Good morning, everybody. This is Liz Schote, registered dietitian and director of clinical nutrition here at Jackson Purchase Medical Center, doing another Learning with Liz lesson with you guys today. So it's really hot outside, isn't it? And if you've been watching the news, they've been talking a lot about how to avoid heat stroke or what we could do to stay cool. So I was thinking, a good topic could be today, and I may have touched on this before in the past, but talking about how much water or how much fluid that a person needs every single day. Even if a person doesn't go outside when it's hot like this, your body still requires a little bit more of fluid or water every day. So I just thought I'd kind of give you all just some helpful tips. Talk about how much fluid our body actually needs, and how much that water or fluids that we can get from other foods other than water. So hopefully you'll find this interesting. So, it's people ask me all the time, how much water should I drink? How much water should I drink? Should I drink a gallon? Should I drink 64 ounces? Should I drink 2 gallons? I'm like, now, time out. Let's talk a little bit about how much water intake a person actually needs. We all actually need different amounts because it's most of the time is based on how much a person weighs. So, but I'm just going to kind of give you just some helpful hints of just a kind of an average of how much that we need. We need water because many functions in our body require water or fluid for it to work. So, it helps us to, of course, to urinate and get rid of waste out of the body. It keeps our body temperature normal. That's probably one of the biggest things that it does. It lubricates and cushions our joints, and it also protects different sensitive tissues in our body. So it's more than just thirst of why our body needs water or needs fluids. So, and this is some really kind of neat statistic that water is our body's principal chemical component and makes up 50 to 70% of our body weight. Did you know that? 50 to 70% of our body weight is actually made up of fluid. So we have to have water to survive. We've just got to have it. So lack of water causes a person to go into dehydration, or makes us dehydrated, and that just occurs when we don't have enough water in our body to carry on all of those normal functions that I was talking about. A very mild case of this can make you very tired, have no energy. A severe case of this could bring you to the hospital, could bring you into the hospital, into the ER, and be admitted because we got to get some extra fluids into you. So it's very important that we eat, we drink. Very important. So here's just kind of just an average of how much that we need in a day. So this is comes from the U.S. National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, determined that an adequate daily fluid intake is about 15.5 cups of fluids per day for men and about 11.5 cups of fluid per day for women. But we're not going to drink all of that, okay? It's going to come from other things other than what we drink. So water is the most important way that we can get it, but it also can come from our food. So actually about 20% of our daily fluid intake usually comes from food. So that's kind of interesting with that. So we've heard, a lot of advice out there drinking 8-ounce glasses of water in a day. And that's a very reasonable goal. Some people may need more than that. Some people may need less than that, depending on if they have some type of medical issue going on with them. So I always tell, if somebody asks me, well, how much should I drink? I'm like, number one, do you have any issues with your kidneys? Or is there any reason why you can't drink more water or have to drink less water? So it's very important to check that out with your physician. So the reasons why we might need to bump up even our water intake when it is hot outside like this, we actually require a little bit more water intake. If we're an exerciser, if you go out and exercise, if you go out and walk or whatever, when you sweat, you need extra water to cover that. Environment, like I was talking about, when it's hot and humid out there, it's going to cause us to sweat more. We've got to have more fluid intake. And then, as I said, overall health, if a person has a fever, you're going to lose some fluid that way. If you have vomiting, diarrhea, like if you have the stomach bug, you're going to need a little bit more fluids to recover after that. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. When the female is pregnant or if they're breastfeeding, they need extra water. It's very important for that. So, and as I said, it's not all coming from just our water, except water is probably one of the most important ways to get it, but we can also get it from foods. So I have a great little chart that we'll attach to this talk that can show you what foods and how much water makes up of that food, or the percent water that's in that food. So for example, watermelon, think about what it's called, watermelon. 92% of watermelon is made up of water. An orange, 87%. Strawberries, 92%. An apple, 84%. A banana, 74%. With our vegetables, a cucumber, 96% of a cucumber is made up of water. Hey, think about that. Celery, 95%. A tomato, 94%. Let's see, spinach, 92%. Broccoli, 91%. Carrots, 87%. A potato, 79%. So those fruits and vegetables have quite a bit of water in them, so we can get fluids from them also. So that is very, very important to try to include those foods in our diet every single day. So we're getting it more than just getting it from drinking your water. But water is so important. A lot of people say, well, I don't like water. I don't like it. It's because it doesn't have a taste. That's the reason why you don't like it. Well, you know what? You can put a lemon slice in it. You can put a lime slice in it. You can put cucumbers in it. Any kind of fruit in it. You can even use like the little Crystal Light flavor packets in water. And if it gives it a taste, you're going to drink it more because it has a taste. So, trying to bump up our water intake, we got to flavor it. For some people like just regular water, and that's super too. But trying to put a flavor in it might make you want to, drink it a little bit more often. So a lot of people drink coffee and tea. That's me. They are caffeinated, and this also can contribute to our daily fluid intake. Some people have said in the past, they think, well, with caffeine, it might dehydrate you. The study shows now that it really does not dehydrate you. But you don't need to drink huge amounts of caffeine every single day. Regular sodas, again, we're going to get some fluid from that, but remember, it's got a lot of sugar in it, so trying not to do that very often. Energy sports drinks, the same way. You're going to get a lot of electrolytes from those items, but you could get caffeine with some of those energy drinks. Or you also could get a lot of sugar from those foods, so those fluids. So just be a little bit careful with that. So just trying to make sure we're drinking fluids with our meals, trying to sip water, in between meals to bump it up. If you feel thirsty, of course, you want to drink, but just trying to bump up what you drink in between meals. Oftentimes I tell people, start with your meals, have some water, say with breakfast, lunch, and supper, and then you get into the habit of drinking it, and then you really want to drink more water. And so have that in the afternoons, mid-morning, at night, and that'll help bump up that water intake. Now, there are very few people that drinking too much water can be an issue with them. It actually can make our sodium level go down really, really low if somebody drinks in too excessive amount. So you got to be careful with that side too, but that's not everybody. Most of us need to drink more water. So just try to bump that up if you can, especially right now with this heat out there. Be careful out there, but drink your water, eat those high fluid foods to help you also increase that your water intake. So I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. If you have any questions, please just drop us a little line in here on our Facebook site. If you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss, again, like I always say, just try to include that for us too. So I hope everyone has a great day today. Stay cool, drink plenty of water.